Alright, let's take a look at our news focus stories. 자, 첫 번째 뉴스 포커스 살펴볼게요. 본격적인 미국 대선 국면을 앞두고 도널드 트럼프 대통령의 대항마로 조 바이든 전 부통령이 급격히 부상하고 있습니다. 이를 두고 일각에서는 지난 2016년 대선에서 힐러리 클린턴 전 국무장관의 패배로 미국 유권자들이 여성 후보의 당선 가능성을 신뢰하지 못하기 때문이라는 분석이 나오고 있는데요. 하지만 또 다른 백인 남성 후보가 트럼프 대통령의 대항마가 될 수 있을지에 대한 회의론도 이어지고 있습니다. Let's listen to the story.
Former U.S. Vice President Joe Biden is rapidly emerging as a rival to incumbent U.S. President Donald Trump ahead of the full-fledged presidential election in 2020. A recent opinion poll shows Biden with a commanding lead over all other candidates, with 39% of Democrats or Democratic-leaning independents saying he is their top choice for the nomination. However, there is a continuing criticism of whether it is the right strategy to bring forward Vice President Biden as a challenger to Trump.
네, 공화당에는 이제 트럼프가 있고요. 민주당에는 조 바이든이 지금 많은 지지를 받고 있습니다만 또 일각에서는 또 다른 백인 또 기성시대의 남성이야 라고 하면서 뭔가 좀 새 바람이 필요하지 않느냐라는 얘기도 있어요. 하지만 2016년에 그 새 바람이 있을 뻔했다가 되지 않은 힐러리 클린턴의 예를 보면서 아직은 미국이 여성 대통령을 맞이할 때가 아닌가. 그래서 굉장히 많은 지금 양쪽의 얘기들이 나오고 있는 겁니다. 그렇지만 민주당에서는 여성 후보 워런 그리고 해리스 후보가 이번에 처음으로 출마할 수 있다라는 얘기도 나오고 있어요. Former U.S. Vice President Joe Biden is rapidly emerging as a rival to incumbent U.S. President Donald Trump ahead of the full-fledged presidential election in 2020.
Right, so the presidential election 2020, before that, there is a kind of election. There is the election to find who will be the candidate for each party,
Sure.
the primaries as they're called. Now, that means the primaries are not really the main event. They're not the main course.
Okay.
So we describe the actual election, the main election, as the full-fledged election. That means it's
Right.
been completely developed or completely established. I can think of a situation where I was out having coffee with a friend
Yep.
at a restaurant. A couple more friends came by, and all of a sudden we had a full-fledged party.
그렇군요. Full-fledged 그러면 본격적인 이란 뜻이 있습니다. 원래 full-fledged는 새가 날개를 쫙 펼친 모습이라서 뭔가 이게 본격적으로 날 준비를 한다라는
true,
데서 유래가 된 표현인데 경선 같은 경우에는 실제 대선은 아니죠. 그래서 경선 primaries는 full-fledged라고 하지 않지만 여기서 ahead of the full-fledged election이라고 했기 때문에 본격적으로 2020년에 대선이 치러지기 전에 지금 이제 조 바이든 후보가 아주 강력한 후보다, 대항마다라는 얘기가 나오고 있어요. I forgot the expression for 대항마 in English. That means the horse in a horse race that is leading the track and is expected
The
to win.
front runner, I think it is.
Maybe,
The front
okay.
runner. It's the
Okay.
horse who's running at the front of the pack.
There you go. Front runner. So that's from the Democratic side that we're looking at here. And a recent opinion poll shows Biden with a commanding lead over all other candidates.
Well, here commanding is a word that often comes with lead, and it's often used in this sense as politics, but also in sports. Commanding in this sense means controlling or superior. So if a team is winning over another team in baseball, let's say the score is 12-2, we'd say that team with 12 points has a commanding lead.
여기서의 commanding은요, 압도적인이라는 뜻입니다. 민주당에서 여러 후보 얘기들이 나오고 있지만 그 중에서 조 바이든이 좀 더 많이 앞서 있다라는 뜻으로 보시면 되겠고요. However, there is a continuing criticism of whether it's the right strategy to bring forward Vice President Biden as a challenger to Trump.
Right. This phrase, to bring forward, in this context, means to announce or to present or to declare. So we often hear it in, the news or in police dramas where the police brought forward, past tense,
Yep.
the police brought forward new evidence in the case.
내세우다라는 뜻의 bring forward가 여기서는 쓰인 겁니다. 과연 이게 제일 좋은 그런 방법인가, 방법이라기보다는 가장 적합한 후보가 맞는가라는 얘기들도 이제 회의론이 나오고 있다라는 얘기죠.
And another way you will sometimes hear this expression, a sort of variation, if you will, is put forward. So we could also say there's criticism of whether it is the right strategy to put forward Vice President Biden as the challenger.
There you go. Let's listen to this story one more time.
Former U.S. Vice President Joe Biden is rapidly emerging as a rival to incumbent U.S. President Donald Trump ahead of the full-fledged presidential election in 2020. A recent opinion poll shows Biden with a commanding lead over all other candidates, with 39% of Democrats or Democratic-leaning independents saying he is their top choice for the nomination. However, there is a continuing criticism of whether it is the right strategy to bring forward Vice President Biden as a challenger to Trump.
자, 두 번째 뉴스 포커스 살펴보겠습니다. 한 달 전 화재로 훼손된 노트르담 대성당을 복원하는 방안을 두고 전 세계에서 다양한 아이디어가 쏟아지고 있는데요. 이 가운데는 불꽃 모양, 등대 모양, 빗줄기 등등 흥미로운 것들도 있다고 합니다. Let's listen to the story.
Close to a month after the Notre Dame Cathedral fire, various ideas are pouring in from all over the world over how to restore the landmark. The suggestions range from the madcap to the modern. Many of the design suggestions include glass towers, but one would see a beam of light shoot up from a new spire into the sky to serve as a de facto lighthouse for lost souls. According to some reports, 55% of French people want the spire restored to its original form.
네, 굉장히 다양한 모습의 노트르담 복원 그 아이디어가 나오고 있어요. 저는 이 그림을 보고 사실 깜짝 놀랐어요. 그냥 이게 뭐야? 라는 굉장히 좀 기발한 것들이 있었는데 하나는 이제 화염 모양을 한 철제 구조물을 이 자리에다가 놓자. 그래가지고 실제 불이 탔던 모습을 다시 우리가 생각하되 조금 더 긍정적인 의미로 좀 승화시켜서 아름다운 불빛 이런 것으로 만들자라는 아이디어도 있었고요. 그 다음에는 실제로 이렇게 조명을 사용해서 조명탑을 쌓자라는 아이디어도 있었고 굉장히 다양한 아이디어들이 있습니다. Let's take a look at the article. Close to a month after the Notre Dame Cathedral fire, various ideas are pouring in from all over the world.
So when something is pouring in, that means it's arriving in very large quantities,
Yeah.
maybe even suggesting too much, a little bit of a overwhelming amount. But in any case, it means very, very large. Imagine this situation, the world's largest cell phone manufacturer announces a 90% discount on their newest,
Wow.
most modern phone. You can imagine if that happened, orders would be pouring in. Yes.
쏟아지다라는 뜻의 pouring in 여기서 쓰였어요. 아이디어들이 쏟아지고 있다. 굉장히 많이 있는데요. The suggestions range from the madcap to the modern.
Madcap, that's one word. It's a little bit of a more British English word, but it's also known in the US and Canada.
Yep.
Madcap is used to describe something that's silly. Something that's a little bit kind of just, it's not normal. It's a little bit out there. It's a little bit off.
Right.
It can be silly behavior. It can be funny behavior. It can be a plan that you think is just totally likely to fail, to not succeed. It describes something kind of whimsical. It's not really an insult, but it's,
Okay.
it's not, I don't know if someone called me madcap. Or if they called my ideas madcap, I don't know how I would feel. But it's not really that negative. It just means silly.
좀 무모하다라는 의미가 있는 madcap입니다. 물론 말 그대로 해서 mad를 해석한다 그러면 정말 미친이라고 해석을 할 수 있겠지만 그 정도의 뉘앙스는 아니고요. 굉장히 좀 황당하다 이런 정도로 이해하시면 될 것 같아요.
It stops short of calling someone exactly that. Yes.
Absolutely. And we've put up a picture on our 보이는 라디오 right now. So you can check some of these different ideas. These aren't obviously in place, but these are just ideas.
That one's not necessarily madcap.
No, that's not madcap.
Yeah,
That's all right. Yeah. But I don't know if they have the fire one. I thought that was
Madcap,
shocking.
yes.
Anyhow, these are very interesting ideas. Many of the design suggestions include glass towers, but one would see a beam of light shoot up.
And we'll look quickly at that expression, a beam, and this usually comes with of light in this context, and it just describes the kind of line that light makes. Now, we often, ironically, can't see light itself, unless sometimes maybe in your living room, maybe there's a bit of dust in the air, and you can see that kind of line or ray of light coming through the window.
Maybe a laser beam if you have one of those
exactly right.
pointers.
Very, very focused light. And that's what we refer to as a beam. That kind of ray or that kind of line of light.
네, 빛 줄기를 빔이라고 합니다. 그래서 그 첨탑 자리에다가 조명을 착 쏘아 올리는 것도 하나의 아이디어고요. Don't know if we have time for one more. Let's look at de facto, because this is an important one.
It is. De facto, that's two words, D-E space F-A-C-T-O. De facto describes things that are happening. They actually happen, but they're not kind of official.
Right.
So English is the official language in Canada. There's a law that says English and French are official languages.
Yep.
But English is the de facto language in the United States. There is no law in the U.S. that says English is the official language.
Really?
It is the de facto language.
이 de facto에서 중간에 effect라는 단어에 좀 초점을 맞추시면 되는데요. 사실상이라는 뜻입니다. 그래서 겉으로는 그렇지 않지만 사실상 뭐뭐다라고 할 때 미국에서는 공식 언어에 대한 뭐 얘기가 없대요. 그렇지만 사실상 영어가 공식 언어다라는 예문을 들어주셨어요. Let's listen to this story one more time.
Close to a month after the Notre Dame Cathedral fire, various ideas are pouring in from all over the world over how to restore the landmark. The suggestions range from the madcap to the modern. Many of the designs include glass towers, but one would see a beam of light shoot up from a new spire into the sky to serve as a de facto lighthouse for lost souls. According to some reports, 55% of French people want the spire restored to its original form.
Let's remind our listeners of the quiz.
Our quiz today is about Hallyu. It's a word that is often used by the media. It is also known as the Korean blank. Is it number 1, wave, or number 2, jam?
짧은 문자는 50원, 긴 문자는 100원에 샵 1045로 보내주시고요. 반디 게시판이나 카카오톡 플러스 이용도 가능합니다. 1부에서는 추첨을 통해 총 5분께 뉴욕타임스 1개월 구독권 보내드리겠습니다. 노래 듣고 와서 세 번째 뉴스 포커스 살펴볼게요. She and Him, Lingering Still. 자, 다음 뉴스 포커스 살펴볼게요. 영국 런던의 명물 중 하나인 아이스크림 트럭가 디젤 엔진을 과다 사용한다는 이유로 퇴출 위기에 놓였다는 소식입니다. Let's listen to the story.
You scream, I scream, we all scream for ice cream. However, some areas of London are threatening to clamp down on ice cream trucks that roam the streets, if the vehicles do not become more environmentally friendly. Eager to save the industry from extinction, one ice cream truck manufacturer is working to develop a fully electric system by the end of the year. Toxic air has plagued London for years, with more than 9,000 people there estimated to die prematurely each year from long-term exposure to pollution.
네, 저도 어렸을 때 이 아이스크림 트럭 그 노래 소리만 들으면은 집에서 뛰쳐나왔던 기억이 납니다.
Same here. I can remember hearing that if I was at home or in the park, on the playground, whatever I was doing. As soon as I heard that music, I was like, oh, where is he?
무슨 노래인지는 기억이 안 나는데요.
Yeah, it's kind of a really, kind of a bit childish, but
맞아요.
it's in my mind.
트럭이 이렇게 싹 동네를 돌아다니면서 음악을 틀어놓고 가는데 그 소리만 들으면은 이제 나가서 아이스크림을 사 먹었던 기억이 납니다. 근데 이제 이렇게 꽁꽁 얼려 있는 아이스크림 말고 soft 아이스크림이 굉장히 인기가 많거든요.
Yeah, it's the type that you have a machine and you get
Right.
the cone or the sundae or the parfait or
Right.
many different types.
그
Yeah.
중에서도 이제 영국에서 제일 인기 많은 게 그 99 flake라는 게 있어요. 그래서 99p예요, 가격이. 그다음에 flake라고 하는 그 초콜릿 아주 얇은
Really flaky,
네,
crispy,
flaky,
nice.
초콜릿이 이런 이렇게 스틱을 소프트 아이스크림에 꽂아 넣는 건데요.
Nice.
그게 정말 인기가 많고 맛있어요. 근데 문제는 이제 소프트 아이스크림을 만들려면 이제 유지 이 온도를 유지하기 위해서 굉장히 많은 그 디젤 엔진을 이제 계속 틀어놔야 된대요. 네. 그러니까 보통 냉동기 같은 경우는 엔진을 끄고도 가동할 수 있지만 소프트 아이스크림은 끌 수 없다라고 해서 이게 환경 오염에 있어서는 좀 문제다라는 지적이 나왔고요. 어떤 사람들은 이제 거리에서 아이스크림 트럭이 모두 다 사라질 수도 있다라는 또 얘기를 하고 있어서 물론 이제 electric vehicle로 대체되는 트럭이 나오겠지만 그래도 이제 기존의 트럭은 사라진다는 거죠. Some areas of London are threatening to clamp down on ice cream trucks.
So we'll look at that phrase to clamp down. Now, when you clamp down on something, usually, but could also be someone, it means to take strong official action to stop or to control that thing or that person. So these days in Korea, the police are clamping down on people who take illicit videos or photographs without consent.
네, 단속하다라는 뜻이고요. clamp 띄고 down 하면 단속하다고 이걸 붙여서 한 단어로 만들면 명사로 단속이 됩니다. And these trucks roam the streets.
So roam in this case is ROAM, and it sometimes appears on its own or with the preposition roam around or roam about. Roam the streets, and it means to move around an area, to travel without really having a goal or a purpose or a destination in mind, just going here and there and checking it out.
보통 동물들이 roam 한다 그러면은 좀 뭐랄까요, 방랑하다라는 뜻이 있지만 그냥 이 경우엔 truck잖아요. 그래서 이리저리 그냥 돌아다닌다라는 뜻이 되겠습니다. Eager to save the industry from extinction, one ice cream truck manufacturer is working to develop an electric version of the truck.
So in the most literal sense, extinction refers to when a particular animal or plant species is no longer alive. So tigers are thought to be extinct, I believe, in South Korea, although there are wild tigers in other parts of the world. In a more figurative sense, it just means when something goes away or is starting to go away, we might say that payphones are becoming extinct in Korea. It's hard to find
true.
a payphone these days.
네, 멸종하다라는 뜻의 extinct가요. 문맥상 이제 뭐 생명체가 아니더라도 이렇게 쓸 수 있습니다. 그래서 아이스크림 트럭가 영국에서는 사라질 위기에 있다. 이거를 이제 마치 멸종하는 것처럼 표현을 했고요. And toxic air has plagued London for years. Would be the reason why it might vanish. With more than 9,000 people there estimated to die prematurely each year.
So if something happens prematurely, it means it happens before the usual or proper time. So of course there is an average lifespan for human beings.
Right.
If someone dies before that, or especially, decades or years before that, we'd say that was a premature death.
그러니까 제 때를 지키지 못하고라는 뜻이 원래는 있어요. 그래서 조기에 뭐뭐를 하다라는 뜻의 die prematurely 그러면 조기 사망이라는 뜻이 되겠고 이제 아이들이 일찍 태어나는 조산도 a baby could be born prematurely.
Absolutely.
Let's listen to this story one more time.
You scream, I scream, we all scream for ice cream. However, some areas of London are threatening to clamp down on ice cream trucks that roam the streets, if the vehicles do not become more environmentally friendly. Eager to save the industry from extinction, one ice cream truck manufacturer is working to develop a fully electric system by the end of the year. Toxic air has plagued London for years, with more than 9,000 people there estimated to die prematurely each year from long-term exposure to pollution.
Let's give out the answer to our Hallyu quiz.
Well, Hallyu is a word often used by the media, and of course, it is also known as the Korean number one, wave.
Indeed. 1번. 이 waving
That's a Canadian
다른
wave. That's a Canadian wave.
네, 알겠습니다. 1번 wave가 되겠고요. Congratulations to our listeners. 김아렴님, 안예소미님, 그리고 끝번호 2503 쓰시는 분과 1226 쓰시는 분, 그리고 신서영님 모두 축하드립니다. 뉴욕타임즈 1개월 구독권 보내드릴게요. 모닝 스페셜 홈페이지 들어오셔서 주소 꼭 남겨주세요. 자, 선생님, 오늘의 표현은요?
I'd like to go back to news focus 2. I'd like to look at the first phrase there, pouring in. And pouring in means coming in large numbers, sometimes has a nuance of too much, but not always. I think in this case, we hope that messages come pouring in from our listeners every day.
네, 메시지가 이제 쏟아지는 거 저희는 아주 좋아합니다. 뭔가 쏟아지다라는 의미의 pour in. 근데 in이기 때문에 보통 이제 말하는 사람 입장에서 들어오다라는 느낌이 좀 있어요. 상황에 따라서는 좀 다르게 해석할 수 있지만 뉴스에서는 what were we looking at there when we were talking about
It was
pouring in?
the ideas for restoring
Ideas
Notre
of
Dame.
pouring in. That's
Yeah.
right. 아, 그렇죠. 노틀담에 대한 새로운 아이디어가 이제 쏟아지고 있다라는 의미에서 쓰였지만 또 저희는 모닝 스페셜에서 여러분의 사연이 이렇게 쏟아지면은 아주 기쁩니다.
If those messages pour in,
Yep.
our admiration and affection will be pouring out to the listeners.
Ah, there you go. Pour in, pour out까지도 설명을 해주셨는데요. Yes, indeed. We would love to pour out our love. All right. Well, we have lots of messages. Let's introduce a couple before you go. 끝번호 8127 쓰시는 분이요. 안녕하세요. 항상 잘 듣고 있어요. 제가 아는 타코 튜즈데이는요. 샌디에고 올드타운에 타코 거리가 있는데요. 화요일에 타코가 무제한이거든요.
Awesome.
그래서 그렇게 부르는 게 아닐까요? 샌디에이고 학회 갔다가 구경 갔었는데 저는 아쉽게도 화요일이 아니어서 못 먹었어요. 하지만 타코는 맛있었답니다. 라고 말씀을 해주셨어요.
Unlimited tacos.
On Tuesday.
Nice.
Alright. 그리고 끝번호 6278 쓰시는 분은요. 항공사에서 일하며 해외 업무 담당을 하고 있는데요. 동남아 파트너사들이 한국에 오면은 꼭 한국 화장품을 많이 사가더라고요. K-pop 스타처럼 피부 좋아지려고 산다고 합니다. 한류가 여러 곳에 퍼져나가고 있어요. 라고 알려주셨습니다. 네.
Video games, too, are a big part of the Korean wave that we didn't get to mention.
Absolutely. Well, thank you everyone for writing in and thank you 선생님.
Always a pleasure. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right. Well, coming up next in the second hour of Morning Special, we have 영작 극장 and music with Punita. This is a song taking us there. We're going to listen to Yellow Submarine from the Beatles.